Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome back to another video. So I've actually already recorded one video today and edited it and uploaded it, so I want to roll. So I thought I'd just film another one for this is going to be next week's video, but I wanted to talk about my anti-D injection experience, because before I got it I was looking for videos like this one, and I couldn't find one anywhere. So I wanted to just talk about my experience with the anti-D injection, as I did not have a good experience at all. So first I'm just going to go into a bit of backstory about sort of what anti-D is, why you need it, blah blah blah. I still myself don't really know that much about it, but I know a little bit, and I'll try and talk about what I do know. So basically, if you're pregnant and you have negative blood, like recessed negative blood, something like that. So my blood type's A negative, but I also have recessed negative blood, which means that I needed an extra blood test to check the baby's blood type, and if the baby was also negative I wouldn't need anti-D and I would have been totally fine. But if the baby was positive, that means I would have needed anti-D. My blood test results come back inconclusive, so we don't know yet what he is. We don't know if he's negative or positive, so because of that I had to have the injection anyway, just in case, to be safe, you know. So I'm not quite sure what anti-D is, what it is, but basically it's dangerous if your bloods mix. So if I was to fall over, our bloods would mix and it would be dangerous. Basically my body would produce antibodies or something to try and fight off the baby's blood, because it would be like a foreign object in my body. Whereas if I was positive, that wouldn't happen. So you have to get the injection to make sure that your bloods don't mix, or if they do mix, that it's safe and it's going to be alright for them to mix. If you don't get the anti-D injection and your bloods mix, then it can cause health issues for mum and baby. I'm pretty sure the baby could be jaundice and something else that cause babies to be quite poorly, and it could cause me to be ill as well. What can also happen is that usually your first pregnancy will be totally fine if you don't get the injection. But if I didn't get the injection and I tried to get pregnant again in the future, it could cause me to have miscarriages, as my body would just push out any baby that was put in. So it's just safer to have the injection if you have got negative blood or if you are inconclusive, because you don't want any of them things to happen. So now I'm going to go on into my experience. So you had the injection when you're 28 weeks pregnant. So I had it 2 weeks ago. Well, no, nearly 3 weeks ago now. And I had to go on my own due to, obviously, COVID. You have to go to all your appointments on your own. So I had to go on my own, and I was quite scared because I'm not a needle lover, obviously. I hate them, I'm quite scared of them, and I was quite scared for this injection because I had heard that the needle was quite big. So I was sitting in the waiting room. I was getting quite worried. I was like, right, okay, it's fine. Just got to feel like a normal injection, like they don't hurt that much. It's fine. So when I got called into the room, I sat there and the injection was into my top of my right arm. And I saw her get the needle out and I was like, oh my god, that needle is massive. I know it's a scary one, but I'm not going to lie. The needle was about this big, no joke. It was massive. And I was like, okay, it's fine. It's just got a pinch. It's not going to hurt. Okay, it's not going to hurt. So she swiped it and then she proceeded to do the injection, and the injection was not pleasant whatsoever. The needle hurt quite a bit because it was quite a big needle, so it did hurt, but that wasn't the worst of it. When she was pushing in the anti-D, it felt horrible. It like burned, and it felt like she was putting loads of liquid in me. My arm felt like it went like heavy. I felt like I couldn't lift my arm up, and it literally felt like she was putting so much liquid inside of me that it was horrible. So after she'd done it, she put plaster on it and it started like stinging a bit, which was normal. So then what I had to do is I had to go sit back in the waiting room for 15 minutes, because you have to wait 15 minutes after just to see if you get any side effects, which most people don't, and also so they can fill in things on your notes so you've had it and stuff. So I went out and sat in the waiting room. So after sitting in the waiting room for about 5-10 minutes, I come over really ill. I was extremely dizzy. I was really nauseous. I had like sweat pouring off of me. It felt like the room was like closing in, and I was like, I feel really ill right now. And I felt like I was just, I stood up to walk back into the injection room because they said like if anything happened, just come back in. So I stood up, and as I stood up I thought, oh my god, I'm going to pass out. I thought I was going to be sick. So I walked back in there, and I just told them what was happening, and I said like, is this normal? Like, I really don't feel well. And they was like, no, that's not normal, please come and sit in here. So I had to sit in the injection room. They had to put a fan on me because I was burning up. She gave me a sick bowl, and she gave me a cup of water. I was sitting there thinking that at one point I thought I was going to be sick, but I thankfully managed to stop myself by like sipping water and just like trying to keep it down. That I managed to stop myself from being sick. So I was sitting in the chair for about 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes I started feeling a little bit better. I wasn't feeling like I was going to pass out anymore, and I was feeling a little less sick. So I said to them that I feel like a little bit better, and they was like, right, it's okay, like, is anyone waiting for you downstairs? And I said like, my mum's in the car park. And I was like, right, it's okay, you can go. She said, but if you come over feeling like this again, please ring us, because it's not normal, and it's actually like a 1 in 10,000 chance of that happening. So I could have been like allergic to the injection, or we don't know what was wrong with me. So I went downstairs and sat in the car, and I still felt quite dizzy. I then had gotten a headache, and I felt sick, still a little bit sick. So then for like the rest of the day, I still felt like not very well. Like, I couldn't eat dinner and things like that, and I didn't feel very well. So that was like my experience. But then she also told me that when I give birth, I'll have to have a blood test, and they'll also take blood from the cord to check blood types to see if our bloods are mixed, or like just to check if the baby is actually positive or negative. And if the baby is positive, then I'll have to have another injection, which I really am not looking forward to, because it was not pleasant at all, and I do not want to have that again. Even though if I have more children in the future, I will probably have to have this injection again. Hopefully next time I have this injection, it won't affect me like it did this time, because that was horrible and I do not want to have that again. Sorry if I've like scared anyone, but I was looking for a video like this, and obviously your experience might not be anywhere near as bad as mine. It might literally just be an injection to you, which it usually is to most people, but I was one of the unlucky ones that just managed to get the bad reaction to it, which wasn't fun. So yeah, that's my experience with the anti-sting injection. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below any video suggestions. Also subscribe if you are new or you haven't already. So yeah, bye guys.